Hello everybody, it is HoveringBanana back with another Rocket League fashion video. In our previous two, we looked at budget designs for the Dominus as well as the Octane. Those were well received, so I thought we'd do another Octane design video. However, in this one, we're going to be stripping away that budget tag, and instead we're going to be looking at 10 Octanes at various price points. I also had fans on Discord and Twitch help with some of these designs, so I'm going to be giving credit to them wherever it's due. So let's kick things off with our very first design for the video, and that is the Rising Tiger. Our previous Octane design video had the Rising Dragon, so I thought this would be a great addition to keep to that Rising theme. And this design is based off submissions from Epsilon and Fancier Book over at the HoveringBanana Discord server. Now the first piece in this design is going to be that Octane SHISA decal. It's a very cheap old school decal, and on Steam it's going to run you about 25 cents. We are going with some orange Wonderment wheels, running about 2 keys. The color fits extremely well here, and the centerpiece seems to have something like a sun, which fits very well with the theme. A nice touch is an orange Octane, and on Steam that runs for about 4 keys. For the boost, I really like the Sunray in orange. Colors fit very well, and it's perfect in that rising sun theme. For the trail, I feel you can go with anything painted orange, and for this one we're using Hot Rocks, which is max about half a key. The final pieces you need are going to be the paint finishes, and I think they're highly important. You're going to be needing Pearlescent Matte, which runs for about 1 key, as well as the anodized paint finish, which was about 1.5 keys. So that rounds up our design, and at the end of all these designs I will show you the colors on screen. Picasso is our second design, and this is a fantastic submission from FabM on Discord. The centerpiece is going to be the grey Tachyon boost, costing you about 1 key. It has a nice mix of grey, red and blue, which gives you a lot of options to work with. For the decal, we are going with a grey streak wave, and that's a very cheap addition at about 1 key. For the wheels, we are going with Dynamos painted black. These fit well, and they aren't too common, but I do think there are a wide variety of grey and black wheels that can work in this design if you wish to go with something a little different. A grey Octane complements this design very well, and it's going to run you about 4 keys. The final piece in this design is going to be the trail, and for this one I definitely think you should go for the Tachyon trail, keep with the Tachyon theme, and painted grey it's only going to cost you half a key. Design number 3 is named Shazam, based off the Shazam superhero. The first piece in this design is going to be the Saffron Future Shock decal. This one's very cheap and it's only going to run you about half a key. For the wheels we need something lightning themed, so we are going with Voltaics painted Saffron, and those on Steam run for about 3 keys. We are going to be needing a Saffron Octane for this design, and it's going to be the most expensive piece of them all, running you about 6 keys. For the boost, I think a great fit is going to be the Yellow Lightning, and that's going to run you about half a key. For the trail, I think anything in Saffron is going to work, so just go with whatever you find is the cheapest. Our next design is named Cyclone, and it is based off a design by Last Year. The first centerpiece is going to be the Stormwatch Black Marker decal, which runs for about 7 keys on Steam. Combos very nicely with our second centerpiece, and that is the Cobalt Hypnotic wheels, which cost about 2 keys. Our painted Octane of choice is going to come in Cobalt, which runs for about 4 keys. For the boost, I really like the mix of purple and cobalt that can be seen on the Cloudburst, and it's also an extremely cheap boost, running for about 25 cents at max. Finally, for the trail, I think Toon Hydro fits the theme, but the color is a bit off, so you can switch that out for any sort of cobalt painted trail. Our next design is named Illuminati. This one was sent to us by Not Frosty on Twitch, and the design is going to start off with the Trigon Black Marker decal, running you about 16 keys. For the wheels, we've got the Sky Blue Pyramidias, not a very popular wheel, so thankfully for us that's only going to cost 1 key. We are going for a Sky Blue Octane here, and on Steam that's going to run you about 10 keys. For the boost, we're going to be needing a Sky Blue Synthwave, fits perfectly and that costs about 1 key. For the trail, I couldn't find a perfect fit, but I do like the look of the Lightspeed trail, and it should be very cheap, maybe 25 cents. And for a nice finishing touch, I don't usually recommend gold explosions, but the Polypop fits so well, and that on Steam will cost you 12 keys. Our next design is named the Mouse, and this is great if you are looking for a very clean and cheap design. The centerpiece is going to be the Mouse Esports decal in the esports shop that runs for about 300 tokens, which roughly translates to about 3 keys of value. These pair really well with some Crimson Finny wheels, and those will only cost you 1 key. For the Octane, I actually think we should go for a default one. Fits really nicely, but at the same time it keeps that price tag low. For the boost, I went with the Crimson Slash Beam because of its nice mix of red and black. Finally, for the trail, I like the Crimson Hack Swerve. It fits when it comes to colors, and it also complements that Slash Beam of ours. Our next design is named Toxic Waste. This is definitely the flashiest design in today's video, and it starts off with the Lime Hextide, which runs for 16 keys on Steam. The Hextide decal pairs very nicely with Grip Stride wheels, so we're going with some inverted ones in Lime, which will run us about 1 key. For the decal, we're going to be needing a Lime Octane, which costs us 5 keys. For the boost, I think you have to go with the Hex Phase, and in Lime it's very cheap at 1 key. Finally, for the trail, I would suggest the Lime Tachyon, which should go for about half a key, maybe 1 key at max. Design number 8 is named Lemonade, and this is another submission from last year. It starts off with the Wet Paint Black Market decal, costing us 5 keys. For the wheels, we're going with ones we don't see too often, and that is Saffron Gurnos. For the Octane, you might think Saffron, but I would actually suggest Lime because I think you get a better contrast. For the boost, I would suggest a Saffron Helios. It has a similar animation to the Wet Paint, and that one's going to run you about 6 keys. And finally, for the trail, I like the look of the Saffron Laser Wave, which should cost you about half a key. Our 9th design in today's video is named the Tumbler. This is another clean budget design, and it's going to be starting off with the black tumbling blocks. This is a very cheap decal with a nice animation, and it will only cost you 1 key. For the wheels, we are going with some black Yamains. These run for 2 keys, and what I think is nice about these, they are a very neutral wheel, so I think they will fit in a lot of your designs. For the boost, I love the look of the grey glitch because I think the squares on the boost pair up really nicely with those on your decal. For the trail, I think almost anything in grey or black can work, and I decided to go with the grey binary trail. The final design in today's video is the Holy Zowie. This is undoubtedly the most expensive design in today's video. It's going to be starting off with the titanium white Zowie wheels. They have an interesting mix of titanium white and an uncommon pink, so it's an interesting wheel to start a design around. These are very expensive and they run for about 35 keys on Steam. For the decal, you might be thinking white mainframe. However, I highly suggest you go with pink. It looks very similar, however it costs 12 keys instead of the 90 of titanium white. For the Octane, we are going for the one in titanium white, one of the most expensive items in Rocket League, and that costs 100 keys on Steam. I like the look of the titanium white lightning boost. I think it pairs very nicely with the mainframe decal, and that's only going to run you 3 keys. Finally, for the trail, I think let's keep it to the lightning theme. We'll go with the lightning trail, and that's only going to run you half a key. And finally, your colors on screen. So that wraps up our fashion video for today. Let me know what you thought about these Octanes. Do you think they can be improved in any way? I'm also thinking of doing these fashion videos more regularly, possibly doing a Fashion Friday each week. So let me know what you guys think about that idea. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.